Hey guys, I am Camille and welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 10 different types of jobs that you can do in 2019 to earn some more money. Now these jobs, they require little to no experience and you can start earning money quickly. So if you are interested, stay tuned. So number one is housekeeping. Now housekeeping is nothing new. It's been out there for a while now. I just feel like it's something that's looked over. I haven't heard it in a lot of videos, but then again, I haven't watched every single video. But I have experience with housekeeping. I feel like it's super great for people with busy schedules. And so if you do have a busy schedule, you can consider doing housekeeping once or twice a week. And then also I feel like it's great if you're looking for some instant money. So when I did housekeeping, I got paid the day of. So again, that could be one option, or maybe at least a week of. You can get paid after doing your services. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Number two would be staffing agencies. Now staffing agencies, companies will go to staffing agencies if they're looking to fill an open position. Now these positions can be part-time jobs, full-time jobs, contract type of jobs, temporary jobs, or hourly jobs. And so it really just depends. Now I know there are some staffing agencies out there or jobs that go to staffing agencies to look for people who have a little bit more experience, whether it be a certain type of educational background or some type of experience in industry. But not all staffing agencies are like that. Now I've had experiences with different types of staffing agencies, and actually a little bit of both types of staffing agencies. So ones where you need a little bit more experience and ones where you really don't need any experience. Now, one con about working for staffing agencies or working for certain positions where you need little to no experience is that they're, at least in my experience, they were more labor intensive. But if you don't mind manual labor, it might be the job for you. And so I know I really didn't mind it, but again, some people do. There are some type of administrative jobs and things like that out there as well. But you can go ahead and get staff by a staffing agency. And I know in my experience from the time that I applied to this particular staffing agency, I went ahead, filled out the application. I had to do an orientation that was probably a couple hours long. They did a background check, and all of that probably took a matter of a few days. So from the time that I actually walked into the company to the time that I was able to start working was just a few days. And so usually the staffing agency will call you if they have an opening available, and you can decide whether or not to take that. I would recommend calling the staffing agency. So if you are looking for a job and right away you're looking for something, you need something, call the staffing agency each day to see if they have something available. Usually if they do, they will go ahead and tell you. Number 3 is care.com. Now care.com, their website, you can set up a profile and you can offer different services. So whether that be pet sitting, babysitting, nanny, also housekeeping, senior care as well, you could do that and offer those services to people in your area. Now, some of the stuff may require a little bit more experience than others. Like I feel like senior care requires you to have a little bit more experience, or I'm quite sure that people will want you to have some experience. But things like pet sitting or anything like that, if you have a pet, if you're familiar with pets, then that might be something that you can do. Also babysitting, if you have kids of your own or nieces and nephews, that's something that you might consider and feel more comfortable doing. So it really just depends on what you feel comfortable with. But you can go in there, create a profile, and offer those services. And I believe you can also go and look for people in your area that are looking for that service, and you can contact them directly. That was how it was when I first signed up for it. It's been a while since I've been on there, but do your own research, go on the website, play around with it, and see what it has to offer. Number 4 is app-based services, app-based services. And these include Uber Eats, Grubhub, Instacart, DoorDash, Postmates, Amazon Flex, all that other kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into detail about those types of app-based services. If you want me to go into detail, I can in a different video, but there are tons of YouTube videos out there talking about them. So I definitely encourage you to do your research, go look to see what's out there about these different types of jobs. But they are super flexible, and it's a great way to earn some quick money. And usually the sign-up process is not very long, so it's also good. All right, so number 5 would be to sell stuff. So Facebook Marketplace is the place to be. I mean, go, whatever. I have sold a lot of things on Facebook Marketplace and was able to make a significant amount of money. I also buy a lot of things on Facebook Marketplace, but there are also different like private Facebook groups that you can look for in your area, and they are buy and sell groups. And that's also another way that you can advertise the item that you are selling. Another thing is garage sales. So if you are cleaning up your apartment or your house and you have a lot of things that you're trying to get rid of, then you can consider selling them. Another thing that you can consider doing is selling your friends or family's items that they are looking to get rid of in exchange for a percentage of the profit that you make off of selling that item. So again, doing these things, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook private groups, garage sales, anything like that has the potential to earn you some extra money based off of what you are selling. And so number 6 is to offer some type of cheap storage option. So if you have an additional room, if you have a big basement or anything like that, then you could offer people in your area a cheap storage option for a certain amount of time, and you can charge them monthly. So you can kind of be competitive with the large storage companies that are in your area. Now, I feel like this will be particularly profitable in college-based towns because students are always moving. Students are going away for the summer, and they're looking for somewhere to store their stuff if they have to like move out of their apartment. So it is a great way to make some extra money during those times. I would say the major thing is just to make sure that you are getting yourself out there. So to make sure that people in your area, you have to target a certain type of person that's, will be moving a lot. So maybe it could be students, but it also could be people who travel a lot. It could also be people who rent out their spaces while they're traveling. So they're looking for some place to store their items so that they can rent out a clean place. And so anything like that, know who your market is and go ahead and target that and make sure they are able to find you. So number 7 would be to offer moving services. If you have a truck or a car, anything like that, and then if you have an extra person that can help you, it will be a great idea to go ahead and offer cheap moving services. Again, I feel like this would be especially profitable if you are in a college-based area, and I keep going back to college-based area just because that's what I have experience in. I am a graduate student, and so I know that I have moved a lot, okay? And a lot of times I've moved all by myself because I do not want to pay those very expensive moving fees that you would need to pay if you hire these bigger moving companies. And so usually I just do it by myself. But again, you have the potential to make a lot of money for that. Make sure you advertise yourself. Even if you have a small vehicle, you could get together with another person and rent out a U-Haul for the day, and then just go ahead and help people move for that day, and you will be able to make the money that you made renting out the U-Haul plus some additional money back depending on what you charge. Number 8 would be tutoring. So tutoring, whether it is math, science, history, or it could be art or dance or music. People are out there and they want to know how to do these things. And if you know how to do it, use that to your advantage to make extra money. And so I feel like the biggest thing is getting yourself out there and making sure that people in your area know that you're out there and know that you know how to do these things and know that you are offering them at a certain price. So that would be the biggest thing. All right, so the last two types of jobs that I'm going to talk about, you do not have to be a student to do them by any means, but I do feel like they will be more profitable if you live in or near a college-based town. Number 9 is something called changeover crew. Now, apartments that are in or near college-based areas, in or near a big university or anything like that, they usually get a lot of students. And so you also have some apartments that are student-based apartments. And what they do is they have a certain move-out date for a lot of students that did not renew their lease for the next year, and they have a certain move-in date for every new tenant that is moving into the apartment. And so typically the apartment complex needs to prep all of their units. They have a lot of units to prep in order to get prepared for the new tenants to move in. Usually changeover crew happens towards the end of the summer and going into the fall semester. So around July going into August. And so it really just depends on what university you're around and when the academic calendar of that university. And so that's something that you want to be mindful of as well. But basically, the apartments will hire a lot of temporary workers to come in and help prep their apartments, and as well as prep the grounds of the apartment. So you do various things like going into the apartment, cleaning up, moving furniture, changing the plates off from like the light switches and the outlets, and just overall preparing the apartments for the new tenants to move in. And so I found this job on Indeed.com. If you do live near Michigan State University, I would recommend that you check that out. You can probably look there May, June, somewhere during that time frame, and look for changeover crew. And so you can go ahead and apply for that. When I did, it was a quick application process. Literally, it was like hardly any interview. I filled out the application that day. I was like hired to do the job, and then it started the next week. I worked 2.5 weeks, and within those 2.5 weeks, I made over $1,500 just within that short period of time. Now, I will say it was labor intensive, so if you don't mind a little bit of manual labor, then this could be the job for you. Also, within those 2.5 weeks, it wasn't very flexible. So it was some long days, but you're only working 2.5 weeks to make that amount of money. So if you have that time block available, if you can free that time period up between those 2 weeks, or 2 weeks, then this could be a great opportunity for you. Number 10 would be research studies or research surveys, anything like that. So these things, not only can they be profitable if you live in a college-based town, but also if you live near a major hospital or a big hospital, because they also do these research type of studies. Now you have to look to see what's in your area, look online to see what's offered, things like that, or what times during the year that they are offered. But you do have the potential to make more money with that. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a job, more like a side hustle or a side gig, just something that you do to earn a few extra bucks. In my experience, you don't get much money, so it might be $25, $50, maybe $25 to $100 per a study that you participate in, or maybe you'll get like a gift card or something like that. So again, it's something fun. It could be fun to do, and also a chance to just get something free, whether it be money or a gift card. And yeah, so those were 10 types of jobs that you can do in 2019 to earn some extra money so you can get started on that New Year's resolution. Okay, so even if maybe you've accumulated some additional bills, or maybe you're looking for extra money to save, or if you just want to have spending or splurge money, I think those are great ideas. You have to look to see what's in your area, so you have to do your own research. You also have to see what's going to be best for you, best for your schedule, your work ethic, everything like that. So hopefully that was helpful. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.